Um, got some port timings here. Um, I know my transfers just about to open up. You can see they just closed there. Should be on zero. And then I'm going to go all the way down and back around. Go this way. Start at the top. Zero. And then go down that way. All the way down. Back up till it's closed. And then that's going to tell me I'm going up to 90. So then the next 80 is 100, 10, 20, 9. I'm on 129 transfer. So that's about 129. And then I can check my exhaust. Get my exhaust closed. Make sure it's closed. And I'm not really doing this accurate. I'm just getting a rough idea of where I need to be. You use the metal and the gauges and that. A bit of metal in the side, a bit of wire to find the top, and then you subtract it all. But just to know in the ballpark of where you're at, you can do this. You know what I mean? You don't have to necessarily do all that craziness. You can see that the port is closed, and that's where it's going to start opening. So I could just go there and work out my exhaust duration and transfers. So we know that that's going down that way. We know that's just closed down. And then I'll reset this back to 0. Yeah. It's just a little piece of soldering wire that bends really easy, so gotta be careful not to knock it. But yeah. And then coming down, all the way down to the bottom, and back up to the top. Right till it closes. So that's gave me 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 59, 159 exhaust duration. So I've got a transfer and exhaust duration of 129 to 130 to 159, 160, probably max. No more than that. I've been recommended to take my exhaust out to 180, 185. But I've shaved the top of my cylinder down to gain port and exhaust duration. Also, without having to raise the actual cylinders or reshape them. Guys take these and make them all flat, but that is you're taking away the design of the curve of the flow. Well, it's designed to shoot the fuel into the cylinder in a certain way. So I'm debating whether I just want to run my bike with this wide exhaust. You know what I mean? Because if I take my exhaust up too much, then you got to be right on the pipe all the time. So, and my boost ports look clean. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know my exhaust duration is a little bit low. I'll probably take it up maybe like a mil or something, if that. I don't really want to change it. I like the shape of it. It could be a little bit more square on the top, on the left cylinder there, on the left side, on this side. I could flatten it out maybe a little bit more, but I don't want to lose my torque. You know, if you go too high, then the distance from here to here is too short. So, I'd just be losing power. So, theoretically, with a wider exhaust that has more, low end and mid, you're not going to have as much RPM on the top, but you're going to have that torque to pull them lower sprockets, to pull them speed sprockets. You put a speed sprocket on the bike like a 36 or a 32, the bike just doesn't pull it. Can't pull it because it ain't got the torque there. So I'm just going to try that. I'll probably take it out to like 170 maybe. But I don't think I can with my calculations from the top of the exhaust port to the top of the cylinder, because it can't be has to be a certain distance for the compression to build up in the air. Which, although it has a smaller volume now, that means it's compressing this more air, more fuel into a smaller area. So hopefully that makes it run better. But it definitely will work with the port timings, because the way that it comes stock, it runs okayish. And I like how when my top of my exhaust port here, my transfer, once that is closed, as you can see there, close it there, you can still see the exhaust has a nice perfect gap. And I've had a lot of race bikes and race cylinders, and I know what they look like and what it should look like. None of this I even drew up. I just did it all freehand, because just seeing that much and you just know that much, it just comes natural, isn't it? So I know that that's right. I don't want too much more. You know what I mean? So I'm quite happy with that. This is ready. All the way around these cylinders. See it? Like a proper bike would be. And then their pores open up and start spraying that way, and then that fuel comes up that way. Psh, psh. Should make a nice curve overflow. Come up in the intake and down and out the exhaust. Boom, boom. Hopefully. If not, I can always just JB weld them back and, or just buy another cylinder for fucking pennies. You know what I mean?